Everything about the pitch says there are runs to be had, and I reckon the bowlers are going to have a difficult time.
Misses out on the first ball of the innings. Misses. That's so close to a run out. Really should have been hit from there.
Good runs, good shot, first ball of the innings.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board. Doesn't want to bowl it there. Overpitched and helped to the boundary.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. There'll be one run here for them.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
That one they got hold of. The slower ball didn't work and it went all the way.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket. Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
End of the over. The Phoenix are 13 for none. Going with pace now. Middle that one, great timing.
The bowler watches that one go straight back over their head for 6. Brilliant shot.
Sharma, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Timed that brilliantly.
That's gone a long, long way. Well and truly into the 20s now and surely looking towards a big score.
Misses everything.
Beautiful slower delivery. Just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected. A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
That's the over. The Phoenix are 32 for none.
It looked like a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire's given it as a wide. Totally beaten by the change of pace on that delivery. Very unlucky not to take the wicket.
Drives and misses everything.
A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than this. Poor batting.
It's a fine sweep, effortless to get to the boundary.
Well bowled, but that's another super shot. Onto the front foot, presented the full face of the bat and got it into the gap and all the way to the rope.
Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot. Driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Beaten on the drive.
Bit of a wild delivery. I would have been calling it a wide, but the umpire lets it go.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
You give that much width and you're asking for trouble. That was so well timed and flew over the boundary.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive.
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these two.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. Loud shout.
That was a slower delivery, played too early, and it went straight through to the keeper. Oh yes, the slower one beats the bat. Didn't pick it out the hand.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running. I'm not sure what happened with that delivery. Maybe trying the slower ball, but just got it all wrong.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
That ball was just an invitation that was accepted by return of post. Archer will be disappointed with that delivery. That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. That's poor play.
9 runs added there. The Phoenix are 58 for none. Pollard coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble.
One of those ones where you really have to make sure you watch it all the way onto the bat. Picked up the slower one nicely.
This could be trouble. Trouble! Oh, gone.
It's the wicket they so desperately wanted. They've removed a real threat before they could get going.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease. That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more. A good piece of bowling there. A little bit of pace off the delivery, and the batter is all at sea.
Oh my word, fast reflexes and grabs it. Stunning catch.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds. And you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
Pooran is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on. Great shot.
Now that was beautifully struck with a perfect straight bat.
End of the over. 9 runs coming from it. The Phoenix are 67 for 2. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the scoreboard end. Super shot that.
Tried it. Not very well. Smashed to the boundary.
Super piece of timing.
Extra width gives them a free swing at the ball. Gone a long way back.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Sweated on the full and straight one. Brilliant shot back past the bowler.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two were quick enough to avoid the run out in the end. Some width on offer, but didn't throw the bat at it and just made sure of the cut shot. Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads and not the bat.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. Pollard from the bridge end. Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing. Pooran shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
There's trouble here. Beats the cover fielder. Nice shot.
Always back in the ball there. Drives the ball away nicely and picked the gap at cover very well.
Perfect technique and placement.
That was clever. Just had to wait on it to make sure of it.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right. Got all of it, and for 6.
That was a massive shot, middled, and it flew over the boundary. Brilliant stuff.
End of the over. 19 runs coming from it. The Phoenix are 104 for 2. Right in the slot, right where they like it. The ball races to the boundary.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs. The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Confident appeal. Could it be? Cuts that off well in the infield. Chance!
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Big appeal. Tough call either way. Might be worth risking a review if they're right.
Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. How close is that? Could be the wicket. Oh, that's so close, but the decision will stay the same. Going on to miss everything, and a valuable review is lost.
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand.
Well, another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Got that away nicely.
That brings up the 50 partnership for these two.
A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong. And it's going to take something special to break it up.
Sharma, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the bridge end.
Williamson shakes their head. It was there to hit, couldn't make the most of it.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary. Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
End of the over, 8 runs coming from it. The Phoenix are 122 for 2. Sams, the left-arm medium fast bowler, is coming into the attack from the scoreboard end. A direct hit, and this could be gone. Could that be out? Looks so.
Really tried to push the scoring along and managed to do so for a while, but in the end, it's just one risk too many.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide.
Good-looking shot, back into position easily, and timed it beautifully.
In the end, a very simple shot. Lets the ball come onto the bat and cuts it away for 4.
Brilliant shot, that.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely. Sams with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Right off the middle of the bat.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Loud appeal. Misses. That's so close to a run out. Really should have been hit from there. Really good innings comes to an end. That's going to be a tough total to chase. Someone is going to need to step up with a big score. Good bit of timing there.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going. It was wide and suitably dealt with.
Consecutive boundaries in this over. I wonder what plans they'll come up with to slow this batting. Great shot, at least one on offer. Massive chance.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and will want to show everyone their strength.
The ball did just enough to beat the bat, and this innings has ended before it could start. Out bowled for a duck.
Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
They'll push hard, should get back for two.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap, timed it nicely for 4 more.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. There'll be runs here. Fantastic catch.
Oh dear, it's been a poor innings under pressure, and now they've got the key batter out cheaply. No interest in that one from the batter. Nicholson will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time. That was a pretty wild delivery, lost all control.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Decisive running might have gotten 2. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily, so in the end, poor running.
Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one.
So that's the 3rd wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment. Bad decision making, thrown it to the wrong end and let the chance go begging. And they're away and nicely off the mark. Well, there was a split second to decide which end to throw to. In the end, it was a poor choice.
End of the over. 9 off it. The Triumph are 28 for 3.
That was a pretty wild delivery, lost all control. It looked like a pretty good delivery, to be honest. The umpire's given it as a wide.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
Straight through the line of the ball, right out of the middle of the bat.
Right out of the middle.
Just waited on it, got given a bit of width and launched it all the way. Reached for it, but couldn't make the ground in time. A superb effort goes unrewarded.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs. Goes up and over for 6. That's the positive option.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going. Mistimed it completely. Did just enough to get it to the rope.
Wonderful batting at the moment. Back-to-back boundaries, putting the pressure on the bowler to respond. They'll get at least 1.
Came forward onto the front foot and eased it away to the boundary.
The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game. Super shot.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Misses everything.
Surely that's got to be called a wide. It's completely out of reach. Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads, not the bat though.
Bold, disturbs the furniture.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. Will have to wait though to face their first ball.
Great work behind the stumps, save some runs with that dive.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps. A couple on offer here.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Scott coming into the attack from the bridge end. Times it nicely.
Quick to get onto that sweep. It was beautifully placed and beautifully struck for 4.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Just about timed that perfectly.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced. To the boundary. Bit of a change up in the field now.
Brilliant diving stop. Middle that one. Great timing.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Scott ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket. Going with spin now.
A bit of a change up in the field now.
Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence? Doesn't beat the infield.
Oh, good running. It needed to be as well. That's probably a lot closer than they expected.
Needs to be on target.
Well, that could have ended horribly, but very good. Fast running between the stumps gets them home. Decisive running might have just got them two. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Yeah, too wide. It was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Drives and misses everything. Great shot through the gap.
It was in the gap, pretty much all the way along the ground to the boundary rope. Off to a good start now. Deceived by the drift, beaten by the spin. It's as simple as that, really.
Absolutely nailed it.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the cover. With exquisite timing. Some adjustments to the field.
Nice shot. Runs possible. End of the over. 9 runs coming from it. The Triumph are 106 for 4. Shah from the scoreboard end. Super shot that.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4. A few moves made in the field.
That's off the middle of the bat.
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these two.
That's the 50 partnership between these. Two, gaining some momentum nicely for the team. The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. Good pickup. Big chance. Great shot. Placement exquisite.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs. It's all the way.
Smeared away. Don't think it'll go all the way.
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. A new bowler is coming into the attack. Can't get that outside the ring field.
They're fast between the wickets. Good fielding keeps it close, though.
Pads away. The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. Could be close.
Just need to settle down. The ball is there to hit. They're trying too hard, I think, to really smash it, rather than just time it. A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than this. Poor batting.
Gone. Brilliant in the field.
Not a bad innings. Really was starting to get the runs flowing, but cut short. Important wicket to get at this stage of the match.
Daniel Sands is coming into bat at number 7 for Mumbai Triumph.
That gets things going. Getting your first runs always helps settle the nerves.
End of the over. 5 runs coming from it. The Triumph are 130 for 5. The left-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the scoreboard end. Couldn't get it through the field. This could be out.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It looked like we were moving to a big, big score, but it's not to be.
Jofra Archer is coming into bat at number 8 for Mumbai Triumph. Please give them a round of applause.
That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
A direct hit, and this could be gone.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
There's a chance if this hits. Archer takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries.
It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide.
Score's now level, just 1 run needed. Only a batting meltdown could stop victory now. Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
Well, you never knew which way this game was going. A great finish to a super match that had everything.
This was a lot closer than it looked on paper. What a fantastic game.